is going on. Now, first of all, I'm really shocked because, mind you, I'm not there. We haven't called each other husband and wife in a long time. I'm like, what is going on right
keep
now?
my wife's name
out of your mouth, right? And I'm like, but now I'm really worried for Will because I don't know what's going on.
What viewers did not see at the time, while Oscar clips were being shown, was Chris Rock leaning over the stage to talk to Jada.
And Chris looks to me and he says, Jada, I meant no harm.
People thought they'd already heard everything about Will and Jada. The entanglement, the Oscar slap, the books, the interviews, the awkward silences. But just when fans believed the drama had finally slowed down, a new storm hit the internet. And this one shook people to their core, because this time it wasn't just about cheating or a broken marriage. It was about secrets so dark, so personal, that many are saying this could be the moment everything finally collapses. Word on the street is Jada Pinkett Smith has allegedly been sitting on information for years. Information that could flip the entire Will Smith image upside down. The clean-cut movie star, the family man, the role model, all of it suddenly questioned.
I actually sat down with Will and had a conversation due to the transformation from their marriage to life partnership that they've spoken on several times, and it, not involving romanticism. He gave me his blessing, and I totally gave myself to that relationship for years of my life.
And the rumor spreading like wildfire that Will Smith was allegedly caught in bed with another man, and that Jada knew far more than she ever let on. Now, before anyone jumps to conclusions, let's be clear. These are claims, whispers, and long-running Hollywood rumors. But the reason people can't stop talking is because when you look back at everything we've seen over the years, the pieces start lining up in ways nobody expected. Because what if the real story behind their life partnership was never about love at all? What if it was about protecting secrets?
Like, I can't force Will to do anything.
And you and Will weren't together.
We weren't together as, we were family. I was there with him as family, but we weren't together at that time.
And what nobody expected was Jada herself being the one to finally crack the door open. To understand why this rumor has people so shaken, you have to go back to the beginning. Back before the red carpets felt forced, back when Will and Jada were Hollywood's golden couple. When they first got together in the late 90s, fans ate it up. Will was already America's favorite funny guy turned serious actor. Jada was smart, outspoken, and unapologetically herself. Together, they looked unstoppable. Young, black, powerful, and in love. They didn't do marriage the traditional way. They told the world they were partners, equals, best friends. No ownership, no control. And at the time, people praised them for being progressive. But even early on, there were whispers that something was off.
The PR of it all, the life partnership is not working. He has a woman that he's in love with, and she is not black. And he is now talking to lawyers. The issue, and so he is setting up to divorce Jada.
They moved differently than other couples. They talked differently. They avoided certain questions, and instead of shutting rumors down, they'd give vague philosophical answers that only raised more eyebrows. Over the years, those rumors never went away. Hollywood insiders quietly hinted that Will lived a very private life behind closed doors. Not scandalous in the tabloid sense, just secretive. Too secretive for someone constantly in the spotlight. Then came the red table talk era. Jada pulled back the curtain on their marriage in ways fans weren't ready for. She talked about separation, emotional distance, and feeling trapped in expectations. And when the entanglement with August Alsina came out, the entire world watched Will sit there, smiling through pain that felt way too real. That moment changed everything.
Dear Will Smith, someone has to say it. Jada don't want you no more. You know, when she bought the farm in Maryland and she decided that that was going to be her thing, you should have left her right here in the good state of Maryland. Let me tell you why. I think Jada married Will because obviously he was like a great catch, right? It's Will Smith. He's on the precipice of being this major superstar. He accomplishes all of those things. And I think she was pressured from family and friends and outside influences. I don't think it's what Jada wanted to do. Jada is not happy with herself. I think now that she's promoting her book Worthy and she's getting more in depth about her relationship with Tupac that was platonic. But at one point, he did ask her to marry him. She turned him down, so then he friend-zoned her. I think that's one of the biggest regrets of her life. And so Will is paying for all of that because Jada picked her second choice. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's the consolation prize. Like, okay, I'll take Will.
People stopped seeing Will as the confident superstar. Instead, they saw a man holding himself together while his wife publicly rewrote their love story. But what nobody realized back then was that the entanglement might have only been the surface. Because according to longtime rumors, Jada wasn't just protecting herself, she was protecting him too. Here's where the story takes a sharp turn. For years, blogs and blind items have quietly hinted that Will Smith had relationships the public never knew about. Some claimed open marriage rules applied to both sides. Others claimed it was deeper than that. Then, insiders started whispering something even more explosive, that Will allegedly had relationships with men, and that Hollywood helped keep it quiet.
And so, I'm gonna be honest with you. I am extremely happy that Will is finally waking up and seeing this for who she is.
Now, again, these are rumors, but they didn't come out of nowhere. Fans began revisiting old interviews, old photos, old friendships that suddenly looked different. People noticed how carefully Will crafted his public image, how controlled everything felt, how desperate he seemed to keep the peace at home. And then Jada started talking differently. In recent years, her tone shifted. She stopped protecting the fantasy. She admitted they'd been separated for years. She admitted the marriage had been over long before the public knew. And slowly, she stopped sounding like a wife and more like someone exhausted from carrying secrets. That's when the internet connected the dots. Sources began claiming that Jada allegedly caught Will in compromising situations, not once, but more than once. Situations that forced conversations no couple ever expects to have. According to these claims, the marriage became less about romance and more about arrangement, about mutual silence, about survival. And suddenly, a lot of things made sense. Why Jada never seemed shocked by cheating rumors. Why Will tolerated public embarrassment. Why neither of them ever officially pulled the plug. But here's the twist. People close to the situation say Jada eventually reached a breaking point, that carrying someone else's truth became too heavy. That resentment built quietly, turning into emotional distance and subtle revenge. Instead of exposing everything outright, Jada allegedly chose a slower method, telling just enough truth to shake the foundation without fully burning the house down. Her books, her interviews, her confessions that seemed personal but strategically vague. Each one chipped away at Will's image. And the Oscar slap? Many now believe that moment wasn't just about Chris Rock. It was about years of pressure finally exploding in front of the world. Think about it. Will laughed at first. Then he saw Jada's face, and something snapped. People now wonder if that was the moment he realized he'd lost control of the narrative, that the secrets, the sacrifices, the silence, none of it mattered anymore. After that night, everything unraveled. Will's career stalled. Projects disappeared. Public sympathy shifted. And Jada, she stepped back, distanced herself, almost like she was done protecting him.
And when she later said she had nothing to do with his actions, fans felt it. That wasn't partnership. That was separation in plain sight.
Emotionally, this situation hit harder than any scandal before it. Will went from being admired to being pitied, from powerful to fragile. And whether the rumors are true or not, the damage to his image was real. Jada, on the other hand, became a lightning rod. Some people praised her honesty. Others accused her of slowly destroying the man she once claimed to love. Their kids were forced to grow up in the middle of it all, watching their parents' truth become internet content, watching private pain turn into memes and debates. And the saddest part? Neither of them ever looked truly happy. Not together. Not apart. Fans say the marriage drained them both, that it turned love into performance and privacy into currency. And whether Will's alleged secrets are real or exaggerated, the emotional toll is undeniable. This wasn't just a celebrity breakup. It was two people trapped in a story they no longer controlled. And now, with rumors resurfacing and old claims being re-examined, people believe the silence may finally be ending. Because Jada doesn't sound like someone protecting a partner anymore. She sounds like someone letting go. And Will, he looks like someone trying to rediscover himself after years of hiding behind expectations. So where does that leave them? Some believe this is the calm before a final storm. Others think the truth has already been told, just quietly, in pieces. One thing is clear though. The image of Will and Jada as a power couple is gone forever. What's left is two humans, flawed and wounded, navigating the aftermath of secrets, sacrifice, and survival in the public eye. And maybe the real lesson here isn't about rumors or exposure. Maybe it's about what happens when people choose image over honesty for too long. Because eventually, the truth always finds a way out. And when it does, it doesn't knock.